Hello and welcome to Villains by the Hour, episode of Brucia. This is 10 and from my notes. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's going to be a little bit crazy, so we'll get to it as quickly as possible. So Blake, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Well, of course, find me here, so go watch your little episodes. You can also find me at the oh my god, why can I never remember? Coziest Trauma Corner. We're actually going to be co-hosting a new show called Rolls We Roll with Ghostly Candle, and which will probably be out by the time this is out, if not something went wrong. But either way, it's a good thought at least. So be on the lookout for that.
Awesome.
Otherwise, excited to be here.
Christian, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Hi everybody, I'm Christian. You can find me at Louis Kaboom on all the socials. I don't think I'm up to anything in particular. If anything, you can catch me on Guardians of the Celestial Sky, which episodes of that will probably be live streaming in July or so pretty soon. So check me out then.
Awesome. Sophia, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Hi everyone, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. You can find me usually on Blue Sky at Nerdy Teddy, or you can find me over on my channel, Nerds with Dice, where I usually am running Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern Zombie Apocalypse that returns July 18th for the second half of Season 2. And you can find me in June. I was over on Sword and Key playing the sequel to Under Blue Moon, Black Sun Rising. Go check it out. The file should be on YouTube. And I think that's everything right now.
Awesome. And Nicola, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Nicola, aka Nicola the Druid on all the social places. My biggest thing is being Penelope's mom, as she is going a little crazy over here right now. But you can find me a couple places. You can find me at Diversity Saves, where I'm the programming director. You can also find me at Rollers Joint in a bi-weekly City of Mist. I forgot what game we play. Bi-weekly City of Mist game on Sundays. And you can also find me as the director and producer of Paper Bag, the role-playing game show on Zealzaddy. It is a completely improvised game show with prizes and good times, and we raise a little bit of money for Diversity Saves. And that is bi-weekly on Tuesdays.
Awesome.
She, they are my pronouns. I forgot that part.
Awesome. And as always, I am Kayla, Just K DM Dallians. Go check out that link tree at Just K Gay. Or just gay K, flip it and reverse it. Too many things to go over, but go check that out. And always check out all of the shows that are happening here. There's so many of them. I will also be starting up Spooky soon. So keep an eye out for In the Dark, which will be our supernatural spooky game. Burned Hope, which is our post-apocalyptic dragons game. And of course, there will be all of this goodness from Villains by the Hour all over here too. If you missed episodes, go check it out on YouTube. And with that, we'll get started. And actually, we have a map for the stuff that will happen. But before we get to that map, Nicola, you get a phone call on your normal phone, and I have to preference normal phone since you have a
Because I have the,
you have a
the
burner.
secret one.
Yeah, on your normal phone. And it is security being like, can you just come get Dr. Ash, please? Can you come pick up Dr. Ash? Like we're releasing him into your care, but like we need you to come get him.
Yeah, be right there. Be right there.
And it is, yeah, you go up there, and there one of the floors is kind of like the security floor. You know, every office building has security and video cameras and all of that kind of stuff. And they're being a villain company is an area like holding cells for like cool off periods. And you see Dr. Ash is in one right now and waiting beside his cell door for you is a Minotaur woman who's just like, look, 6 times is a lot, so I'm gonna release him into your care.
Okay.
And I don't want to see him again for like at least 6 months.
I could swing that.
Okay.
I could swing that. Sign the paperwork.
Yeah.
Come on.
Opens up the door and is like, okay, Dr. Ash, you're good to go. Please leave the lab alone.
I will acknowledge that my actions have consequences, and this will not happen again.
Great. Thank you so much. And she just kind of like leaves the door open, assuming you're going to come out, and walks back towards the main security office.
Hello, Nicola.
Vi. My name is Vi.
Hi, bye.
Breaking the fourth wall for a second, Dr. Rash has a little bit of an aneurysm.
Who's
see just-
Nicola? She sounds cute.
You just see a vein pop up.
Yeah, let's go. You've missed out, and it's your fault. But let's go have some fun.
You have missed out on the hours and hours of condescension I have had to sit through.
You know what? I'm proud of you for sitting through it. You could have done so much worse, and you didn't.
That was the first 4 times.
Hey, better than, and we're walking out, by the way. I mean, that's better than 0. You're showing some restraint, and you know, it's going to come in handy, all this new restraint you've learned. Also, did they even realize that the guy probably deserved it? Octopus.
He cannot be trusted. I will say this much, and that is clear to me now. And I should have actually. You know what? No, I'm not going to get into this. It's my lab. It's everyone's lab. Looking around for like obvious like listening like surveillance equipment they have all over the place. It is everyone's lab, and everyone has a right to it.
Yep, sharing is caring, or some shit like that. I don't know.
Now, Vi, you do know the only member of your group who does not know what's about to go on or what's happening that is now in the building is Dr. Rash.
Correct. Yes. And this is the Monday morning in question, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you were told, Sub-Zero let you know they had arranged to get Dr. Rash out, but you gotta control that guy.
Okay. And how long until we're expected to go up?
You don't know. You just know they're going to cause something that means that the Foundation, being short-staffed, will need workers. And since they just told you they're going to arrange for you to be brought up to work on the Foundation level today.
Then I'm going to say, then I'll tell Dr. Rash, did they even feed you this morning?
I have been subsisting off of my own fat reserves.
Okay, we're going to go grab a breakfast sandwich. And I'm going to take Dr. Rash out of the building to just some nearby place.
Okay. We'll say it's the same kind of shady, like 50 style diner that you went to go wait in. In one of the episodes whose number I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. So, yeah, I take Dr. Rash here and scope out the place, make sure there's nobody, kind of doing the being secretive thing, place the orders, and wait 5 minutes for Dr. Rash to list out his whole order, because I'm sure that he's got to replenish his fat reserves. And then I'm like, okay, you missed a hell of a weekend. But like today we're going to need that like reserved restraint, because we have a mission.
Fine. I don't understand why this conversation is necessary.
Because the mission is not from insert the villain place we work at.
Death Laser.
Death Laser. Because the mission's not from Death Laser. And then Vi begins to talk about the meeting with Sub-Zero and the place that the like little area that we had our little meeting in. And I'm going to fill them in because Kay's going to help me fill them in because my brain is a little addled today. So we met with Sub-Zero, who is, gosh, you missed so much. Sub-Zero is the other former teammate of Grizlar and I, who was also on the team with the Major. And so when we had reached out to the Major, Sub-Zero's the one who got in contact with us. Sub-Zero still works at Death Laser on a different level, but also works for the Major and is like, they have this whole infiltration thing. And so we are doing a mission for Sub-Zero because we're going to prove that we can be trusted to go meet the Major, because they also want to take down Death Laser. Did I miss?
Dr. Resch, listening to all this, having been through all this retraining and rehabilitation through Death Laser's system and everything like that, is going to look Vice dead in the eye and just be like, I'm in.
Yeah, I figured. We are going to the mission today. When I get the message from Sub-Zero. This happened in conversation. Sub-Zero is connected to the nanobots, and the nanobots can create a little room dimension space. Like they can force the elevator into one of those alternate dimensions that is safe from security and things like that. But we're only supposed to use it sparingly, and we have to be nice to the nanobots when we do it.
This makes sense. I am a genius.
Yes. And then our mission today, when I get the message, is relayed in Vi's voice, who is now voiced by Kayla.
So you were told that Sub-Zero is going to, one, arrange for Dr. Ash to be released, which has proven true.
Yes.
Two, it will be arranged that since you all are on suspension and stuck in the office, something's going to happen where the foundation level is both A, short-staffed, and B, needs a lot of help. And it will be arranged for you to be on the foundation level. And once you're there, you'll be given further instructions on what it is expected that you do. You were also not only given this separate phone that connects you to Nan and Sub-Zero, ultra encrypted, doesn't use any of the Death Laser or surrounding networks, but you were also given a micro USB that you were told you would need on you today, but not what it was for yet.
And there's a person that works for the foundation that is being protected because they are... Sophia's character's name is Maevis. Sorry. That's how brain addled I am today. This is going to go down super great. Maevis's love interest works for the foundation. And so we were also promised that they would not be hurt.
You promised they wouldn't be involved.
Oh, involved. Okay. Yes. That was a stipulation of protection.
Whether that means they're just gonna like not be in the office today, or whether or not they're just gonna be unaware of what's going on, you weren't promised one or the other. Just that they'll make sure they're not anywhere near whatever might be the splash. So,
okay. All right. Did I miss anything? Do you have any questions, Dr. Rash?
We are about to take part in a vast conspiracy that will allow us to bring down Death Laser, or perhaps allow us to take over as its leaders in charge. I am in this 100%.
Good.
yeah.
And then Vi also orders. We will order a to-go of Grizlar's like breakfast order, because they've known Grizlar forever. But they will get something kind of a little bit sweet, but like not too sweet, because they don't 100% know Maevis's order. They haven't worked together that long. But they'll bring.
This diner has like donuts and like breakfast muffins and things like that.
Probably bring back a real good breakfast muffin for Maevis, just as like oh hey, we went out and we had a quick breakfast because when we get back to the place.
Yeah, and when you get back, it's pretty normal. Maevis and Grizlar are already there, kind of working on their paperwork piles. When you come onto the floor with Dr. Rash.
Oh Lord. Okay. Look, I found him, and also, I'm his guardian right now. So don't, and looks around to like people that are not our group. So don't provoke him.
The office other than your team and Apusa and maybe a red panda or two cleaning is empty.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay.
Yes, I am in an incredibly volatile mood, and I should not be provoked.
I maybe linger for an extra couple seconds when I'm looking around, making eye contact at the red panda. So they're quickly becoming.
So I think you sit there doing your paperwork or pretending to do your paperwork for like an hour or two, and you're like, is anything gonna happen? And then I think all at once, every single phone on every single desk in this entire floor starts ringing off the hook. And you see Apusa start trying to answer and pick up phones and panicking and things. And then their cell phone goes off, and they grab their cell phone while they have like one of the desk phones in another hand, and they like talking to this one while listening to this one. And they just like put the phones shoved in their like shoulders to try to hold them and like point to the four of you with like a come here.
Right.
Yeah, totally. We'll send them up now. So you guys are going to the foundation floor. You guys know what floor that is, right? You've been here long enough. You all know what floor that is.
Aren't we suspended?
Yes.
Yeah, you're suspended. You're staying here. You're not going on missions. You're going upstairs to help with whatever they tell you to do up there right now. Go.
Grizlar asked why.
They need you. Then you're here, so you're going to help. She's shooing you.
I mean, Grizlar, it's a break from the paperwork. We can do something new for a little bit. Let's go.
And
above table, Grizlar knows the plan, right? Above table,
yes.
does Grizlar?
Yes,
okay.
Grizlar and Maevis were given the download
Gotcha.
in the interdimensional like little seating area.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
As you all go up by whatever means you go up, the teleporter, the elevator, if you go by the stairs or the elevator, or the pneumatic tubes, you hear ringing phones on every single floor you go past on your way to the foundation floor. And when you get there, let me switch this over to our map, dear viewers, because I do in fact have a map for today. Their phones are all ringing as well.
Why is everybody dead?
It's a generic villain icon.
Your school don't that's gonna be us soon.
It's a generic villain icon, so I didn't have to give each of them an individual personality. Okay.
I love that the foundation level is no, they're zombies now. The only way the villains can
Metaphorically
do good
and-
is if
and
they're dead.
But
Play
yes.
on capitalism.
So just to orientate you a little bit, because you would know what would be going on here. This area over here is Sethno's office. This is Slosh Plop, who's currently there. This is Sirene's desk, which is currently empty. There's a break area over here. Bathrooms, like a little meeting room, a little like presentation room, and then the various support staff are spread out throughout the tables. Now, because you guys have a little bit of knowledge on the company, I am going to tell you what each section represents. So you will see off to the side a bright blue neon sticky note that gives you the rundown, but for our audience who can't see it, because I don't want to make the map smaller for you, and I would have to do that to give you the view of the sticky notes. So A through C is sales, D through F is general support, G and H are marketing, I and J are PR, and K is miscellaneous and interns. Now, the I believe we said the 42nd floor is this floor. Is kind of split into multiple wings. This is the wing that you have been sent to help. There's a wing where like IT is. There's a wing where like legal is. This level also holds the like medical wing. So like if you got hurt, you go up to the medical clinic on this floor. But this is like the office area of the main office area with the pods that kind of work in these things and Sethno's office, and this is where you were sent for the support. So I dropped your tokens in the middle there by the elevators and the stairwell. But yeah, like I said, when you get to the floor, all of the phones are ringing here as well. People are like picking it up and entering in things and like rushing around, figuring things out. There seems to be like slowly decrease of phone calls, but it seems like it's still like a really buzzing, like busy atmosphere.
Were we told to check in with someone?
You were just sent up to the floor. You're assuming that someone will either come to you or Vi, you would know. If anyone's going to know what's going on, Slosh Plop is probably going to know what's going on.
That would be Vi's first place that she would head. I also want to say, out of character, super fantastic map. We love, I'm assuming this is a Tom Kartos map, and it is absolutely fantastic. The level of anxiety I would have if I worked in a place where the bathroom was in the middle of the floor is just unreal. But it absolutely, why is the bathroom in the middle of the floor?
Right across from the elevators.
Okay, now, as somebody who's been to the hospital a bunch recently, that's actually the normalest part. Okay, so yeah, Vi heads to Slosh Plop.
Yeah, so Slosh Plop is up there at the first assistant desk by Sethno's office.
Hey, babe, what's up?
And you see, like, Slosh Plop currently has, like, 5 arms and has generated like ear hole things as well, and is like manning a bunch of calls at the same time, and then materializes 2 more hands and starts doing the like noises at you where you like you can interpret. He's like, we got a massive amount of orders that came in all at once. Everyone that we had for missions went out, and like chaos is happening. Like mismanagement of orders, information in the orders aren't right, so people are showing up at places they shouldn't be or not showing up at places they need to be. The number of people needed for jobs isn't right, so like it's all on the fly having to be corrected.
Okay. Where do you want us to
So he tells you, because he knows, one of you is going to be across at Cyrene's desk from him, because Cyrene called in sick to work this morning.
Did I just disappear?
Yeah, you came back.
Okay. Yep, missed everything after I spoke.
Okay, so he gives you the rundown. He says one of you will be at the desk across from him because Cyrene called in sick this morning, so like they're gonna need assistance. Someone's gonna be at the support pod. Someone's gonna be at the marketing pod. And then 2 people are gonna be in that last pod. One working on miscellaneous tasks, and one filling in for one of the interns that didn't show up today.
Gives a lot of trust.
Maevis would definitely just take Cyrene's desk.
Okay. I was thinking about like somebody. Vi can't be that close to Sloshplop because Vi's going to get the instructions. So I'm glad you volunteered for that one. The other 2 want to volunteer for.
So the remaining 4 are support, marketing, miscellaneous, and intern.
Grizlar's doesn't know if he could sell and maybe be the best for marketing support, so Grizlar might do miscellaneous. Grizlar doesn't think he'd be a good salesperson, so
I shall do support.
All right. I can take marketing.
I can be supportive.
Well.
Yeah, so sales, grab an open spot, either in A, B, or C. Support, grab an open spot on D, E, or F.
Oh, there's a sales? I thought it was support.
So no, I'm just saying it wherever you want to sit. So support, if you're doing support, marketing, miscellaneous, intern, just grab an open seat at those pods. And then Todd is not with us today, so we'll just say he's an intern. He's back to his internness. He's over sitting with Grizlar, but he's doing his intern business that he used to do, having slight flashbacks to like a month ago when he was an intern.
I also like to think that Vi walked the like direction to pass the interns, and about half of them shuddered as she walked to marketing.
You actually see one of them is Steven and is still in a sling.
Oh no. I'll blow him a kiss.
He just kind of gives like a startled squeak sound. And then he's really busy.
Dr. Rash, still not understanding that Todd is no longer an intern, just kind of pats him on the back. He's like, all right, good luck at your desk.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think you're set to various kind of like grunt work tasks in each group. So Dr. Rush for support, you're helping fill out tickets and like triage tickets to who needs to. You get a phone call, you fill out, okay, like you were expecting 6 villains and you only got 2. For marketing, you are probably just working on like prepping the social media posts. I'm being like, oh, look at this cool fight. Choo, choo, good times. And I think you're tagging errors in the marketing posts to be like, hey guys, this is not how grammar works. Just need a punctuation here. A couple of like periods would be great. And then Grizlar, what you're doing is you're essentially a gopher, right? Like this floor seems to be that same buzz of like high work time. You know how like offices have those periods where like it's dead silent and everyone's just BSing together, and then like as always happens for some reason, universe, you really need to decide why that is. Everything hits at once and the office just kind of like goes chaotic. So you are just go for like, hey, run this to IT or get this from legal, just running back and forth. Mavis, you are helping to man calls because Sethno is both the CEO and face of the company. So a lot of the bigger like superhero companies that have orders with Death Lasered are calling in to be like, hey, what's going on? Like, and it's like their CEO is calling Sethno to be like, what's going on? What like we need you to figure this shit out. So you're taking notes. I think at one point the like mayor calls and like Slosh Plop already has like 6 phones. So you pick up and it's the mayor wanting details on what's happening. And you have to take that message. So it's a very chaotic day. To just see how you all deal with this chaos, right? I'm just gonna need like some rolls, just because you know it could go good, it could go bad. We gotta leave that up to the dice, right? The dice have to tell us how that goes. So Grizlar, what? I mean, you're the gopher,
This is
and
easy.
yeah, you can only do action challenges.
So this is like right up my alley. This is easy peasy. What could go wrong? All right, let me get that roll going. Where did my dice roll go? So I don't think my flaw. Well, actually, yeah, I don't think my flaw would come up here. Well, knocking stuff down, this will be kind of bad in this area. So I guess, yeah, I think it would.
It would be bad in this area full of slightly panicking office workers.
Where did it go?
There it goes. Yeah. 21 total. So yeah, 16 plus 5. Yeah, you are like starter line
flipping, you know,
like
you're like extra.
This is the most exercise you've gotten since you got suspended. So you were like parkouring over desks and like sliding under legs and like running up on the side of walls to avoid people in the hallway. Like you're good. You're gonna get back and forth real quick. Vi, give me what kind of role would you like to try and do for this job that you've been given? I think you are muted.
Man. I was, but it's fine. Okay. So I would probably try to swing this as a drama role just because it's my best, but I actually don't know because Vi worked in an office for like 20 years before she became Violet. Like this is in her bones. And also I have the characteristic, and it might not come in handy because I'm gonna have to sweet talk you. I have the characteristic enlisted to connect me to Death Lasered. You can't make action or drama rolls against members of the organization, but you are considered part of the organization for synergy purposes. So I'm wondering if I can get synergy bonuses. But also, I do know that I'm here because I'm working against him.
Yeah, so that would be my question. Are you trying to do your job well so you're under the radar? Are you trying to just pretend to do your job because you don't care? Like
I think in this instance, when there are like phones ringing all over the place and like trying to correct errors, I think she's earnestly doing a good job. And I also think the part of me that is in her doesn't know, like, as soon as muscle memory kicks in, just does it right because that's the muscle memory. This is her environment that she had before. So I think that she's actually trying to do a good job, and she's trying to correct errors and get things back in order. And that's about all I could say because I don't actually do marketing, so I don't know what I'm doing.
So I would say I would give you the full +5 bonus on top of whatever your drama is.
Oh, that's a 3. So that's an 8. Okay. So like, don't mess me up. Don't roll a 1.
Don't tell the dice what you don't want it to roll.
Hey, it was like, I will roll a 1 twice. That's an 11 plus 8, 19. I will tell it what I want.
Yeah. So yeah, you get a 19. Like you said, you don't know, you were an accountant in your life before Viola, so you don't know exactly what you're doing, but you do know how to function in an office, and you do know how to work with getting instructed to do something repetitive. So that, and you're like, again, you're going through and being like, hey guys, this is how grammar in the English language works. So like, we need to.
And I think that she also, from like being a tea influencer, knows a little bit about like the things that catch. And so some of the grammar she doesn't correct because that's like, it makes the company seem more human.
And you're like, and you should actually be using these hashtags. These ones are the old ones that don't get any traction anymore. It should be these ones. And
Vi's better at this than her actor.
You should be sub-tagging the villains involved so that you can get their audience in on the engagement. And yeah, I think with the teeth that you probably have a little bit of like, I have learned XYZ, or I have been told by the tea company.
That's more like what it is. Yeah.
You had like a little like marketing seminar from the tea company at some point to be like, look, we appreciate you posting regularly, but you gotta use hashtags.
Oh yeah. For the first year, she couldn't even, like, she had to have somebody post it, like review it beforehand. And so yeah, she's fine.
Yeah. And Dr. Rash, what would you like to try and use at this support capacity? You are muted.
Let's just all mute and do the rest of the show like this.
I'm not looking to do anything. I'm not looking to use anything specific. I'm just going to tell you what Dr. Ash does, and you help me decide what that role's going to look like. Because I feel like Dr. Ash doing support, like if like requests come in for like not enough heroes or too many heroes or something like that, like the mix up orders, I think Rash is going to try to convince whoever called that they're wrong. It's like, what do you mean you don't have enough heroes? It's not about not too many, not enough villains. It's not about the number of villains you have. It's the quantity of the villains that are coming to do the job.
I would say it's probably a drama role. Because you are attempting to gaslight via the phone.
I will say he 100% believes what he's saying. He believes what he's saying. But he's like, we are not the ones who are wrong. You're the ones who are wrong.
I didn't hit your car. Your car hit me.
All right. So there's only a +3, but I believe in myself.
I'll give you another +3 bonus to that. So 6 total.
Well, there's a big wind up to that. So that with the extra 3 would make it 17.
Awesome. Yeah, so you kind of like get on a group. There's a couple who like question themselves but like push back a little bit, but there are some like very like the ones doing like the basic jobs, the like entry level superhero teams and things, who like completely believe what you tell them. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is my first time putting in a job on your form, so I guess I got it wrong or whatever." So I think you resolve through gaslighting.
It's like, what do you hire us for if not for doing the best job possible? We are the ones who know better than you about what you need. That's why you hired us.
Yeah, so I think you resolve through gaslighting like maybe a handful of cases that would otherwise be open.
Gaslighting implies that he doesn't also believe this.
I mean, gaslighting also implies that you're trying to change the truth.
Which is also not what he's doing. It's like he's just saying it's like what you did was wrong. We knew better.
Maevis, you're assisting /plot in answering the calls for Sethno. Also on adjusting her meetings because of the chaos that just exploded. What would you like to try to do to either help, not help, be neutral in this situation?
I mean, this is definitely going to be a drama roll for Maevis, but I mean, Maevis is answering the phone, but there's no way that working for Death Laser in the capacity that Maevis has been isn't her first job.
Mm-hmm.
So she has no idea what she's doing. She's just answering the phones and doing what she thinks she's supposed to.
I think there's a couple times where /Plops, like one of his like tentacle things comes over and like adjusts what you're doing. But again, he's got like 6 phones going on right now. So give me a drama roll. It is your first job, so I'm only gonna give you a 2 bonus. But if you give me a backstory point, I will say Siren's a little bit anal retentive on her job, and there are sticky notes all over her desks to remind herself to do certain things because she's the second assistant. She's not the first assistant, so she does everything /Plop can't do. So there's like sticky notes on the monitor that's like, remember, this is how you're supposed to like put in appointments. Reminder, if you cancel something, you need to cancel it here too. And push it to the updates on Sethno's calendar.
All right, I will I will spend a plot point for that. There's no way Maevis didn't sit down and snoop a little bit as well.
There's like I was like in one of the top drawers that's not locked is like, I'm gonna say probably like one of those like photo booth, like cutesy like photo like things of you and her on one of your outings.
Adorable. What do I get for that plot point?
So I'll give you a total of 3 synergy bonus on top of whatever your drama is.
Okay. I'm gonna use my lucky.
Yep, probably a good idea.
Much better.
Much better. Yeah, much better. We'll take that 23 since it was the first of the 2. But yeah, 23 is much better than 5. So I think for a second there's like a little bit of panic. You don't know what you're going to do or how to do it. You freeze up a little bit in the world where the 5 stayed, and then you catch one of the sticky notes that's like, oh, here's how you do it, or like maybe like a I think maybe Siren has like an affirmation sticky note that is like, deep breath, you've got this, you know what you're doing, kind of deal. And I think that flips that to a 23 in your mind, and you pay attention to what /Plop is doing. You pay attention to like the sticky note instructions Siren has left. all over the place. You actually find, I think Cyrene is probably, we'd established anal retentive enough that if you go through her desk like you said you did, one of the drawers has like a little like ringed binder that was clearly printed off and made in the office, and it's like the instructions on how to do the various things. Like, this is how you log the email stuff for Sethno, and this is how you so like you can flip through that and use that as you go about things. So I think there's like an hour or two of chaos that you guys are embroiled in. You all do very well. No one really pays you any mind because you don't need to be handheld to do the jobs that you've been pulled up here for. But Vi, you do feel a buzz go off. If you're talking, you're on mute.
Yeah, on my burner phone.
Yep.
Okay, I check it under the desk.
So it just says go to D5, put in USB.
Is D5 not where Dr. Rash is?
So D5 would be this seat back here. So it's the pod that Dr. Rash is in, but it's this back seat over here.
Okay. Vi will go do that. But in a obviously subterfuge, subversion, sneaky. Wrap up what she has done, and before she takes grab some papers or something, like she has to run them over somewhere. And we'll go through to D5. The person next to, so I'm picturing these are those computers that are the small boxes that offices buy in freaking bulk.
Yeah, the IBM
So the person next to me, are they I know you're not giving everyone personalities, but this zombie needs one. Because I need to make sure that they don't see me do this.
Mm-hmm.
So are they super paying attention? Do they acknowledge me when I walk up? Do they say anything?
So give me a luck roll, which is just going to be a D20.
Okay. Well, nope. Where did all my dice go? I was just playing with the new dice. Just picking up some new dice, and it made them all go away. Okay. Don't like this.
Yeah. So I think they notice you and kind of give a confused look and look between you and Dr. Rash.
Can I look at that person that's next to Vi and just be like, you, my finger, I don't really have dexterous fingers. Can you help me with something here?
Yeah, so just to clarify, they've noticed you and know that you are now in this support pod at this computer, but they're not going to stop you. But if Dr. Rash is distracting them, go ahead and give me a drama roll, Dr. Rash, to convince them to come help you.
$17.
Yeah, I think with that, they do come over to, they're like, why did they put the guy with no fingers at the support desk?
Let's be clear. I have fingers. They are just more nubby than they can't bend.
Yeah. So I will say they are no longer beside you to do it. But again, as a reminder, because you rolled a 9, they did clock you being at that computer, whatever that might mean.
Mm-hmm. No worries. Vi will remember that. So Vi, the papers that she picked up off the desk she was working at, she's kind of tossing them in front, I guess I should be up on my camera. So they're half laying on the keyboard and half laying on the CPU box. And then she's going to slide because those computers always have the USB right on the front. So she's dropping the papers over, and then she's going to type a little bit and then slide her hand under and put that USB in.
Yeah, go ahead and give me, we'll say this is action, because you're trying to be dexterous enough to, like, not be obvious about it, be smooth. Disregard the law of USBs where you have to try and put it in 3 times.
Okay, this is the future. They fixed that.
No, they didn't. It's just gotten worse.
Well, I only have a +1 in action, so here we go. I'm so scared. Did it roll? There it goes.
Oh God.
Okay, what?
What could go wrong?
What
could
can I
possibly
burn
go
to
wrong?
re-roll it? Can I burn plot armor? Can I burn points?
Right, so here's the devil's bargain I will give you.
Okay.
You can re-roll this for this task. However, the next task that you may get will have to be at disadvantage, which means you will roll 2d20 and take the lower.
I'm going to take the devil's bargain.
Okay.
And I'm autistic. I'm going to over-explain. Because once the USB is in, then the main part of it, like, is being controlled by whoever Sub-Zero is working with. If I get it in there, everything else is just me. And so, yeah, this is the more important part, I hope. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the +1, but 13 + 1, 14.
Yeah, that's a lot better than 1 + 1, which is what you got before.
Which somehow equaled 7, but we didn't want to go with that, right?
So you put it in. I will say with the 14, it's not quite the law of USBs. You don't have to flip it 3 times. You only have to flip it twice because you forgot to check which way it was facing before you tried to slip it in, and you're like, oh, crap, and you like have to flip it, and then it goes in. I will also say, as you slide it in, it's that slight like USB recognized sound happens, just that very quietly. I think you hear it mostly because there's like a headphone, because it's the support area, so you guys are taking calls and stuff all the time. You hear
Okay,
it.
good. Because I was going to say, who in the office has the sound on their computer? Headphones make more sense.
Yeah, it's the very like cheapo like phone headset that support people get. And you hear the sound go off, and I actually think when you go to leave and take the papers with you, you see that the USB is not even there anymore. And you when you feel it go in, you hear that USB recognized sound, and you see like your screen flickers for a moment, and then when you go to pick up your papers, the USB is not there anymore.
That's Vi doesn't react. Nekala's like, what the fuck? Vi doesn't react because nanobots exist. Yeah. So does the screen eventually stop? Like,
yeah, it just does a single flicker. Or just like,
okay,
if you weren't looking at it in that moment, you wouldn't have noticed.
Okay. Cool. And then she's gonna get up, and I think what she's gonna do is that she is gonna, on her way back to her desk, she is gonna stop by multiple computers. I'm being sneaky as fuck. But she's going to stop by other cubicles and like check a couple things, make it look like she was doing something, but not in a direct order back to her. Does this make sense? She's bouncing. She goes to B. She goes to F. She goes to J. Like a couple different places.
Yeah, and I think how long are you spending at each of those places?
No more time than she spent with the USB.
Okay, so like probably somewhere between like 2 and 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
I will say as you're just getting back to your desk in the marketing area, you get another little vibration on your phone.
Okay.
This time it says go to K8, and then it has like a string of instructions that start with type into command line, and there's like a string that it wants you to
straight
try.
up hacker shit. Got it.
And actually, I'm going to copy it over into our chat so that you can see what the command line instruction it is that they want you to.
Okay, but I guess the numbers aren't actually on here. It looks like somebody's at K8. Or
yes.
is it the one?
So it is Steven who is at K8.
Come on, he's afraid of you.
I mean, would Grizlar be back there too by now?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it back and forth?
Oh yeah, I'm going to utilize you, and I'm going to utilize Todd.
I just want you to know it does not like me trying to put in this command line prompt into the chat.
No, you're going to probably have to do the block text in order to get that wherever you're putting it.
I will immediately try to use it on my computer to see if it does anything.
But it,
No. Where did you put it?
Oh, that's a lie.
So I dropped it in Discord because it would not let me put it in our chat for Video Ninja.
Okay. That's cool because didn't even remember video. I knew I didn't remember Video Ninja had chat. Not like I use it every day like I actually do. Okay. I just want to say, as I vamp while I think of a plan, wow, it's real convenient that our director, our GM, I forgot what this game is called, literally works in IT as their full-time job. So we have a real code. I'm kind of wondering what Maevis is doing. Buying time to think.
I'm also gonna just point out that while you are being the one given the instructions, you don't have to be the one to do all of the things. You do have a team on the floor.
I know, but how am I supposed to give them the instructions? Like,
we're working together. You have to communicate with your fellow employees.
Okay, but
By the way, Kay, I looked up this code. You're a dork.
How competent would Vi know that Grizlar is with computers?
I don't know.
And now that Blake has also seen the instructions, what do we think?
I mean, Grizlar has a hard time with his phone. Like, he's kind of like the older adult who like knows how to use it, but is still kind of like, a little behind. So,
because I don't want to. I don't want
but
to.
he can definitely try.
I don't want to attempt to control Todd when Todd's not here. But I think what Vi. Can Todd give the help action? Well, I don't. Whatever it's called, to Grizlar.
Yeah. So since our player for Todd's not here, I will say Todd can give help actions for whatever you instruct him to do.
Okay, because I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go over there and I'm going to slip the phone face down between Todd and Grizlar, just kind of like pretending I'm checking on them. And then I'm just trying to think of a good enough excuse to get Steve away from the computer.
Well, because we're miscellaneous, so we're moving stuff around, correct? Like, we are all doing this?
So Grizlar is miscellaneous and running and moving things. Todd is filling in for Wellington, who's one of the interns that did not show up today.
And I doubt they would make Steve do things because he's injured. So I don't think he would move around anything at all because he's an intern and injured.
He's
Injured
still can get
intern.
coffee though. I mean, coffee's not that dangerous to get. I'm just saying, and it's pretty busy. So I mean, like, I think some people need coffee, especially to keep up with all the craziness going on. Is that a crazy thought? That they would still need.
We are
Intern-
supervillains.
intern.
Physically threaten him. Tell him to move or kill him.
I like to think this is the group chat that is happening.
This is
Yeah.
yes.
And Rash types in all caps.
There's no need to shout.
Maevis just messages back. There's a simpler way to do this. Do you want me to get him to move?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Give me like 2 minutes.
Okay, so that happens before I drop the phone, so I still have the phone. But yes.
Yeah. So Maevis, what are you gonna try to do?
Maevis is going to collect a bunch of like paperwork. Look up. I'm assuming maybe I can look up which intern this is somewhere. Like there's
Yeah.
some sort of.
It's Steven. I mean,
Right.
They were on a mission with us.
You've heard tell of Steven from Vi and Dr. Rash and Grizlar. They're part of the. I mean, they worked a lot with Todd, so Todd has probably also told you about them.
Okay.
They very much like Todd have like a Party City-esque villain outfit.
Okay. So it's just random stuff, maybe stuff that she like already doesn't need or whatever, puts it into like one of them orange envelopes, seals it, puts a sticky note with his name on it, and goes over to his computer and is going to I need you, so someone just called for you. They need you to take this to some department in the thing. I don't know what department, but just like they need you to take this paperwork over to this department, and come right back because you need to drop this off.
Okay. I will say, since you did the prep work of like putting it in one of those legal envelopes to make it look official and things, I will give you a 4 bonus. This will need to be a drama roll to convince Steven to go. We'll say either HR or legal or something like that.
If this don't work, we go Dr. Rash's plan.
That'd be in an office environment. If you put anything in a manila envelope, you can get anybody to do anything.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I need you to go run this.
All right, dice, please. 18.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah. So he still has his little sling from his injury in the bank job. Oh, yeah. Okay, and like grabs the envelope from you and takes off running. Now. How much time does that mean you have to do what you need to do? Who knows? But the desk is, at least for the moment, cleared of Steven.
All right. Vi will go over there. Vi will do the thing. Only because at this point, I think, I'm going to be honest, I think at this point, Vi still wants to be the one to enter them because then it's still plausible deniability for everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this is fucking... I mean, yes, but we I don't know. Yeah. Vi does it and is also checking in with Todd and Grizlar. Like,
I think there is that look too, because I think we give each other a look, because like you're about to on the phone, and then like you kind of that whole like, well, no, then you take it back and to do it, like that quick kind of moment that only close friends kind of have, like that, just that acknowledgement of what's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I'm gonna say this is gonna be mystery because this isn't you're working a computer and you're entering in the command line. As a reminder, it is with disadvantage.
Yep.
Yep. So yeah.
Lord.
Yep. I have 2 character sheets. I keep opening the wrong one.
Okay, you might need to be Violence. You might need to be the other one. So,
I know. Well, Violence has a -1 in mystery. Vi has a +1. So we will roll disadvantage. That's not the word. An 8.
Yeah. Ooh, how do I want to play this with an 8? So I think a couple things happen. I think Maevis, the department you told Steven needed to see him with this paperwork, was probably legal, which is down the hall. Not very far away. And he's a gangly, long-limbed fella, so you motivated him to move fast. So he gets there and Legal's like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? Sends him back. So I think Steven shows up to see that you are on their computer, Vi. And I mean, it's been a while since you've been in the office. You haven't been an accountant for a while now. You crunched things instead of crunched numbers. Or crunched bones instead of numbers. That probably would have been a better phrase. So I think, do you think Vi would have regressed to the point of pigeon pecking on the keyboard?
Okay. I see where you're going with this, and because we have to do paperwork on a regular basis, I don't think she would have regressed that far. But I think that she would have slowed down, and maybe the fact that she has talent, like she has normal human hand, but she does have claws. So I think that has slowed her down.
And how familiar would Vi be on like command line?
Oh, hell no.
Could I throw something out there since Grizlar's next to? Could I intercept him and show him photos of my kids? Because that's what Grizlar definitely would do if he's come back like, oh snap, he's got a ton. Could he be like, oh, it's been so long. Grizlar wants to show you, like, look how big they've got.
So before that happens, what I'm gonna say happens, right, is I'm going to get rid of this message, and Vi, I want you to tell me how much of this command line prompt you remember.
Oh no!
Oh,
This is neurodivergent on neurodivergent crime. You have just committed a hate crime.
You rolled an 8. I don't know what you want from me.
I know, but it's so funny. Okay.
No screenshotting everything. Just kidding.
Well, here's the thing: is that I know that. This is great for the anybody watching who can't see our Discord. We'll put a random period there.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry. I will prominently display the actual command line prompt versus what Vi has put into the computer for our viewers.
And you viewers can help if you guys could just message us the code. Just kidding.
I mean, I did copy. I do have it up, but I can't help. So.
Oh, dang it.
It is. I will cop to it being nerdy.
There.
Oh God, it's cool.
That's not even long enough.
I mean, you got one of the
man.
words right.
I was gonna say I remembered the N, and I remembered that there was a random slash in the middle of Death Lasered.
Yep. So that's what you enter. You don't know if it does anything or not. And Steven is coming, so it's hard to double check your work while you see the person who's supposed to be at your computer coming down the way at you. Grizlar, you wanted to intercept him. Now, you can't do anything but action challenges.
Oh yeah, so I'm kind of hard with these photos, okay? Like this when he shows these photos, like he has no chill. So he's like almost like tapping him, so it's like he's gonna see these photos. So
okay, you knew what you were doing. Steven doesn't make it out of one of these sessions without some kind of grievous injury.
Steven is a red shirt.
All of the interns are. So yeah, go ahead and give me an action roll to see if you how badly Steven gets injured in this, but also can you intercept him before he sees that someone is at his desk who shouldn't be at his desk?
Okay. So I don't think knocking down is necessarily a flaw in the situation. I don't think that's like a bad thing per se. So
not at all.
Yeah, so I think you full on take Steven out at the knees. Because you are 3 foot tall, and I think Steven's kind of like encroaching up on 6 feet. He's all limbs, as we established in the initial episode. It's all gangly limbs. So I think you take Steven out at the knees, and I think you are on top of his chest, just like showing him pictures of your kids.
Grizlar, sorry, but Grizlar, I want to show you. Look at this. You remember? Yes, you remember that. Look how big they are now. Look at this. Oh, it's so adorable. Sliding on through them.
Vi, you have a brief window to get the fuck out of there before he realizes you're at his desk.
I'll do it. I'll get the fuck out of there.
Now, on the map, please show me how you're avoiding Steven.
Where's Steven and Grizlar? Okay.
So you do have a bit of room if you want to try and sneak around that like vague, we'll say it's probably someplace people go for lunch and stuff, that table that's to the right of the pod group. You can just try and like just breeze past him.
I'm doing quick character analysis in my head if I would attempt to get Grizlar off of Steve. No. Okay.
You're left to your own devices, bro.
Are you talking about...
I think Grizlar probably lost a bit anyways. He gets lost in talking about his children anyway, so it just becomes like real. So it's fine.
Are you talking about the... No, we've been doing this for so long, and I still don't know how Owlbear works.
So this over
I don't know if you can see what my thing is doing. But yes, is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, so this is the little like a table thing that people probably take breaks and stuff at, that you can like come through here, and
that's where Vi will attempt to sneak through there, and then is that a poster printer?
Yes.
They got all the cool shit.
Literally, it's in his map, like, key. That's what it is.
Are these trash cans in the corner? The blue, green, and silver?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I'll stop admiring the map. I want to print a poster. I don't. Vi's not going to print a poster. That was impulsive speaking on Nicholas' part. Yeah, she's going to sneak out this way.
Yeah, and I think with that 21 from Grizlar, Steven does not see anything. He's got a little kaiju on his chest, shoving his phone in his face.
And does that 21 also mean that it's enough of a distraction that little panda doesn't see me either?
I don't think the panda's gonna care about a Grizlar on top of a dude.
Oh, are they gonna care about a Vi? I hope not.
You're a mess.
I may have also just introduced a problem that wasn't there until I said it.
I don't know, but you do feel little beady eyes on you, so they have.
That's fine. Whatever. I took the devil's bargain.
You did take the devil's bargain.
Sold my soul to the industry.
And
so then I'll probably go around and say something to
check
Maevis.
In with everyone.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the full loop around then to get back to your desk?
Well, I'm kind of going to have to if I was trying to avoid Steven, who's kind of in the way.
Yeah, so you full loop around through the break room area, which has a foosball table and a table tennis.
Yeah, I mean, usually companies that have that don't pay their employees enough, so
it tracks.
I'm judging Death Lasered a little more right now.
But yeah,
you know what? Vi goes to the bathroom.
Okay, yeah, you can go to the bathroom. You go to whatever bathroom you want to, because they exist there.
Yeah, Vi's gonna be in the bathroom for just a couple minutes, doing a breather, waiting for a response. She feels it in her gut that she messed up.
As Vi heads off to the bathroom, we are gonna go on break, and prepare how crazy the second half of this episode gonna be. So we will see you all in a little bit. Go get some water, go snackies, move around a little bit, shake the cobwebs out, get ready for some continued chaos of the Z team.
Well, so far, I mean, what's the worst second half in the second half, really?
It will totally be fine.
Don't say that, Blake.
No, I encourage this.
Yeah, and we will see you all here in a little bit. Bye. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm sure you believe that everything is copacetic and calm and has gone perfectly in the first half. Everyone at this table believes that too. So, Vi, you have taken yourself to get a little breather in the bathroom, whatever that might look like for you. And as you are in the bathroom, there are a couple others in there with you doing, washing their hands, doing what you do in a bathroom.
I'm in a stall.
Yeah, pick whatever stall you want to go into. I did not want to pick that for you.
We're in here. We're taking a breather, waiting for the next message to come through. Because, Vi thinks everything went well. No, I think she realizes something like stumbled, but I don't think she understands how bad, like she doesn't grasp how bad she stumbled.
And I'm gonna, because we talked about it, I'm going to break the fourth wall for a moment. We're gonna pull back from the land of Death Lasered and Villains by the Hour. And Knuckling, you wanted to do a PSA.
Yes. So we've all had fun here today. But if you have been a victim of your GM who has the same neurotypical disability, neurodivergent disability as you, just suddenly figured out exactly how to mess with you and make you stumble, call the number below. Support is available. We are in this together. The more you know.
And then we're gonna zoom back into the world of Villains by the Hour and into Death Lasered. And as you are trying to gather yourself back in this stall, your phone does buzz again.
Okay.
And it says, "Cause a disaster in the bathroom."
I thinks about the diner this morning. That's not going to work. The food was pretty good.
Mama Jean's Diner, man. It's bomb.
Okay. Are people... Okay. I think that she would... Oh, how is she going to cause a disaster without hurting herself? Okay, these people that are in here, she's going to kind of wait for at least one of them to leave. She's gonna mess up a toilet, but like with toilet paper.
Okay, I was like, how, what?
Yeah, I realized everybody went to Dookie, and I went to. They're gonna think that I'm gonna break it. No, I'm gonna, because I don't think that we are yet to transformation level. So she doesn't want to risk cutting herself. So she is going to start taking out a whole bunch of toilet paper and attempting to clog the toilet. It's going to take her a couple minutes because she's going to wait for the other person to leave to like go into a second stall.
Yeah, so the guy that was washing their hands did leave. So they are no longer in the bathroom, but they are right outside the bathroom right here.
Right, but it'll look weird if I goes into a second stall while the other person who is in a stall.
And you know what? Unisex bathrooms for all my problems. Good on you, Death Laser.
Right?
Yeah, you do notice the only differentiator in the bathrooms is if it has a urinal.
Yep.
The building is older than when things like that mattered. So.
Yeah.
And they won't know that it's you getting to a different stall. You can walk and like kind of walk differently. You know what I mean? They're not going to know.
And I will say, because I hate it when it's those like stalls that's not like don't go full up and there's like a half-inch gap.
Oh yeah, I hate those.
So these are the like kind of mini rooms with a door stalls.
Yes. Okay, well, as sneakily as she can do it, because essentially what she's trying to do is she's gonna flood the toilets. She's gonna fill them up so that they start flooding. No.
Grizlar
hates that.
Grizlar's worst nightmare.
Grizlar's worst nightmare. I was like, Blake, why? I thought it was a good idea. No, Grizlar. I know Grizlar's gonna be so mad. But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to see how many I can get away with flooding, clogging and flooding with toilet paper before I like leave.
Yeah, so this is gonna be like kind of a speed thing. So I'm gonna say it's an action roll. Does Vi have experience with breaking toilets? This is not a phrase I thought I was going to say today.
I'm going to be honest. I think this is totally coming from TV. Like, she's thinking she saw this somewhere on a show or something. She's never done this before.
So Rebecca,
Unless
the
that gives-
accountant, was very like straight-laced, good.
Well, she wasn't straight. Okay, let's be honest. This is dumb. Like, she wasn't so straight-laced that she never did anything wrong. But who really needs to do this?
As someone whose mom is a teacher, it does happen frequently.
Oh, now if you're talking when she was a kid, this also would not have been something she did, because this is dumb. She probably would have, it doesn't matter. She didn't do, and unless you tell me it gives me a negative, then I'll make something up.
I'm not going to give you
that works.
I'm not going to give you a negative, but I'm not going to give you a synergy bonus. It's just whatever your action is. So let's see how well you flood this bathroom.
Yep. Am I stalling? Maybe. Here we go. Roll. My action is a +1. At least I have that going for me.
So,
just out of curiosity.
The worst that could happen.
Just out of curiosity, I'm going to grab a dice. I have to know if this is me. Happy Pride. It's me. That was only a 6.
so here comes another devil's bargain for you, right? I will let you re-roll. However, you will be seen leaving the bathroom.
I think that means you just got to go bigger. You got to turn into an even bigger disaster. Be more embarrassed.
I mean,
I am going to take the devil's bargain. I am going to take it a step up, and I'm going to leave the sinks running.
Okay.
And throw some paper towels into the sinks. Because I think that Vi thinks that she could play it off as frustration. She is currently suspended, and now she's having to do this work. We could play it off that way. Now, who knows what's going to happen? I did roll a 3, so I have a, 85% chance of doing better, 80% chance of doing better. I also, the universe doesn't like when you make bargains with the devil. Is a bullshit idea. Devil doesn't exist. I was trying to see. I did do better.
You did do better, but yeah, didn't do great. So I think I will say I will let it happen. It's just a matter of how much time it takes before what you want actually happens.
Okay.
So with an 8, right? The sinks are pretty easy. All you have to do is clog up the drain and leaving it running. It will take a while, but it will start overflowing. Toilets are a little harder. So I think where you thought this was going to be an in and out job, you probably spent like 30, 40 minutes in the bathroom trying to do this. And I think by that point...
That's so long!
Yeah. So I think by that point, some of the red pandas have started converging to clean up the water as it's like coming out of the bathroom and starting to go into that little like middle area. So again, you're going to be witnessed leaving the bathroom by 4 red pandas and our poor guy just waiting for the elevator.
Do we think does that seem like it counts as a distraction? Because she wasn't given specific instructions, and now I am thinking that I could be responding to these messages and asking for further clarification. But I think of that after. If I know the point was to distract the red pandas, or if it was supposed to distract the whole floor, I will never know. I don't know what question I'm trying to ask.
I love that you just realized that text messages aren't one way. Like, I didn't have to provide that complication to you. You, as a player, just provided that complication for yourself.
Nicola has now left the chat.
Let the
Don't
text
you love
thread.
when players make it more difficult on themselves? So
It's fine. I'm fine. We're great.
I think your phone buzzes as you exit the last stall to leave as water is flooding the floor of the bathroom.
All right.
And this time it says drop a bug into Sethno's office.
Do I have a bug? Okay. No, this was a real question. Was I given a bug?
No.
No. Okay, cool. I'll
can't text
respond now that I figured out I could text back.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna text me? What's gonna happen?
Living bug, or are you gonna give me one?
Envelopes on your desk.
Is it on the marketing desk when I get back to it?
Yeah, so there is like a little, not a full-size legal envelope, one of those smaller, probably like quarter-size legal envelopes. And there is what looks like a small, round, almost battery, like watch battery in it. And there is a like single note, like strip of paper with it, and it says, drop it anywhere, just make sure it's in the office.
Okay. I'm gonna now pull up the group chat and say, who thinks they have the best excuse to get into Sethno's office?
Well,
I could say I'm just dropping off a report.
I'm running miscellaneous. I mean, that's something that like I've been running around anyways, doing different places. So, I mean,
I am working just outside of the
So-
car.
Right. I didn't want to. I'm not trying to force anybody into it. Just I'm trying to get one of you to volunteer.
Theoretically, which of us is the best liar? I got a +3 to drama.
I just do actually. I don't lie.
I was going to say Dr. Rash could also go in there to complain, but could also drop off a report.
Do we know if Sethno is in her office?
So it, from what Sloshpluth has been doing, and Maevis, you've been outside the office the whole time, it sounds like that Sethno is having some sort of meeting in their office.
Dang, then it kind of does sound like it would be best for Maevis, because Maevis is actually the assistant. Are you comfortable with that, Maevis?
Yeah, I have an idea.
Okay.
So just to add a little bit of drama to this, because I
Do
had
you have to?
a few things in my back pocket depending on how well or terrible this thing went. Vi, as you exit the bathroom, as the pandas start mopping up everything, you see a couple of figures step out of one of the elevators. And they are very familiar to you. They are members of our beloved A team, Jin and I believe I called them Brainiac or something like that. And they come out and Jin splashes as they step out of the elevator and goes, "Oh, what's going on?" And they do spot you and the red pandas.
I ignore them. Because just to recap, I did cancel that date on Jin. And have like cold shoulder ghosted them because they were kind of a bitch. And I don't need that vibe in my polycule. Okay, so now I know they're on the floor. Okay. I do ignore them and keep walking.
Are you going to walk towards where it looks like they're going up, or are you going to go down?
Oh, when I came out of the bathroom, I would have been going towards my marketing desk.
Okay, so down. They seem to be going over to wait. They check in with Slush Plop. Maevis sees and is sitting in this little waiting area.
Okay. And now I need to get Maevis the bug.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone could try to plant the bug on one of them.
Well, I'm sure they want it to be more like permanent. I think I'll tell in the group chat, I'll just text Maevis to pick something up from. I don't see like there has to be like company print. Oh, group printers. Oh, they're all the way on the other side of the office.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll tell Maevis to go to pick something up from the printer, and then I will look like I'm making copies, and attempt to pass off the bug away from that and over by the printers.
Okay. And are you going to the poster printer, the printer's nearest you, or the printer's farthest from you?
The printer's farthest, because I don't think it would look hella suspicious if we walked up to the poster printer and didn't pick anything up. But I'm hoping that like Maevis sends something to the printer and has to go pick up something from the printer. And it will just be whoever I am, Vi, making copies in the same place. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maevis will send something to the printer.
All right. So go ahead and move the printer to whatever ones you have sent things to. As a reminder to both our viewers and our players, it looks like there's a set over here, there's a set over here, and there's the poster one that's there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we would have coordinated which printer it was.
Yeah, and so how are you trying to do this handoff? Is it still in the envelope? Are you just trying to palm the bug to Maevis? What are you trying to do?
Was it just a small envelope, or was it like one of the big orange envelopes?
So it's not a full legal size envelope. It's like the quarter legal ones, which are like for a check or something, rather than like a full size paper.
Then I will have, if you said, I can't remember if you said there was also a piece of paper in it with writing. Mm-hmm. If that was the case, then Vi would have taken it out and pocketed it before that. But I think Vi will have kept it in the envelope because it just looks like an inner office envelope, and be like, oh, sweet. No, this will save me a trip. I needed to get this up to Seth now. just so that if anybody is around, they understand why I'm handing over this inner office envelope to Maevis.
Yeah, I will put it in his inner mailbox.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty easy to do that without needing to roll. You are in an office setting, so it makes sense. So yeah, you have the envelope now, Mavis. There's literally only a bug in there, so it's a little empty except for like one corner of the thing has a little bit of something in it. But it is now in your possession.
Okay. Yeah, Maevis is gonna pick up what she sent to the printer. Go back to her desk first. We'll take the bug out of the envelope, put something that actually does need to go in her mailbox in the envelope, and put it in the little like mailbox next to the door. And then is gonna wait a little bit. And then go into the into the office. We'll probably knock first, but
yeah. So once you knock, you do get told to enter, and once you open the door, you do see Sethno is there, having a meeting with the hero that you are familiar with. They are in their full hero regalia, but this is God. What did I name you? They are from the Scales of Justice. So they are familiar, even if I don't remember their name currently. But yeah, they do. It's the angel character from the Scales of Justice that you saw during the team building. Heaven Strike. So they are having some sort of meeting with Seth now.
Now, I would like to spend a plot point to elaborate on that. The mayor hasn't just called once, and so Maevis has a message from the mayor and paperwork from the mayor. That's what she sent to the printer.
Okay, I for 2 BS points, I'll give you that you have both paperwork and an actual message.
Oh yeah, BS points. Yeah, there we go.
I was like, I'm not taking your health. I mean, if you want me to take your health, I'll take your health.
Blood sacrifice.
I'm so sorry, man. I have a message and paperwork from the mayor. They've been calling all day.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring it here. Mavis, I'm sure you've met Alexi before. Thank you. And she kind of flips through the paperwork and kind of like very tiredly just kind of like puts it off to the side, which you can see like there seems to be a lot of paperwork from a lot of different leaders. She's like, yeah, lots of forms today. I'm sure you've met Heaven Strike Alexi before. I think they've done a few jobs with your group.
Yes, I've met them.
Awesome. Well, Miss Alexi, thank you so much for coming in today. Very illuminating. If you would like, Maevis here can take you on a tour of the offices, and you can let us know about what decision you want to do by the end of the week. And they kind of get up and shake hands with Sethno and head towards the door. As you're almost at the door, Sethno goes, and Maevis, can you send Jin in? I need to speak with them.
Yes, I absolutely can do that. And while Maevis was standing up at the desk, would like just kind of subtly place the bug under like the lip of the desk.
Yeah, give me an action roll.
Okay. Do I get any synergy points?
No, but you do have your whatever your action bonus is.
Right. Okay.
You know what? I'll give you 2 because you brought in you paid your BS points to bring in like legitimate mayor stuff. So I'll give you 2.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what you want, because probably Sethno's office is not the place you want to fail.
No, definitely not.
And I think her desk is one of those like large stone ones as shown here that has the like decorative lip dropping, so there is a decent amount of lip for you to just kind of slide the bug under. You do. I will just say this because I don't know if y'all are picking it up or if the audience sees it. Sethno has 3 humanoid statues in their office. Dude.
I thought that's what I was saying.
By any chance, Kay, are those statues strange anyway? Where like they don't appear to be sculpted. It's almost like they're images of people cowering in fear.
So not in fear. They do all seem to be in like action poses of some sort, of attack, of defense, of chanting.
Quick question for me, because I believe we maybe have talked about Siren's parents being villains. Is this Siren's mother or?
So I think you've been dating Cyrene long enough that you've found out that Sethno is not their mother. This is their aunt, which is how they got the job that they got, being the second assistant. They similarly to how like you and Todd have had to like bargain and deal with your parents. Siren was like, look, I'll go work at Auntie's company and all that, and I'll work under Auntie and like I guess absorb the villainy or whatever. But like that's what I'm not doing I'm not going in the field. I will assist Auntie. That is my deal.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So a little less terrifying for Maevis.
Yeah, you're not like trying to screw over her mom. You are screwing over her aunt, possibly.
Okay.
But yeah, they are related, but not directly related.
Okay.
But for fun fact, for those big into mythology, yes, this is the universe in which the Gorgons were born, and there are sisters, and one of those sisters is Siren's mom. So, yay, the more you know. But yeah, that goes off. I think Heaven Strike follows you out to get the tour. As you exit, you do see that Jin and one of their teammates is off sitting on one of those couches, kind of just waiting.
Maevis will like kind of walk over here a little bit and just be like, yeah, she's waiting for you. And then get out of the way.
Yeah, I think they'll go in. I'm going to leave these visible, even though the door is closed now, because you do know who is in the office at this point, even if you don't know what is going on. But yeah, so that happens. I think the tour is relatively easy. Death Lizard, so it's not hard to do. And because it was a direct instruction from Seth, no one's gonna stop you from doing it. Are you just doing the like nickel tour? Or are you like actually giving a tour?
Oh, that is a good question. Scales of Justice. They were small time, right? So Maevis isn't fangirling over these heroes, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
So they were just kind of starting out and getting their feet going as a superhero group. But I mean,
kick your asses twice.
as a description for gosh, which episode do I have your notes in? For Heaven Strike, they are a Valkyrie-esque sword and shield warrior in this thing with like blight wings and like 4 arms for their 2 swords and their kite shield.
Is this the ones that we kicked their ass at the bank?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And the junkyard.
No, not at the junkyard. At the
Junkyard
bank
were the
and
wrestlers.
then at
That's right, yes.
team building exercise.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The junkyard was the really bad one where you really fucked up the heroes.
Sorry, we're too good at our jobs.
Yeah, I think maybe it is too nice for this to be a full like nickel to her. She does put some effort into it, but like I don't think she tries too hard. If it was somebody she was fangirling over, maybe she would be putting a lot more effort into it, but she's too nice to make it obvious that like she's not putting any effort into this, but not too much effort.
Yeah, so that happens. I will say it is something that's very obvious for you to ping on. Unusual for a hero to be having a private meeting with Sethno, because Sethno runs a villains for hire company and not a hero company.
Oh yeah, no, Maevis is definitely like noted that for later.
Yeah, just highlighting that fact so you can bring it up with the group.
Well, do all of us see them walking through this floor? Because like if she's giving her this little tour thing, we're all on the floor there to see them, right?
Yeah, so I think at the very least, Dr. Rush, you see it because they're probably going straight down to the elevators to do like the tour. So you do see Maevis and Heaven's Strike walk past you and go to the elevators.
Rash doesn't react, but like he's too busy arguing with somebody on the phone, but does clock it.
Yeah, and I think you guys spend the rest of the day helping out in various ways on this floor. And what we're going to say is we're going to cut to what I have now named out of the blue Mama Jean's Diner, because we've been there twice and now it has to have a name. You all are at Mama Jean's Diner. Having some like early-ish dinner after work to kind of debrief on like what the actual fuck just happened.
Do we know if we're waiting on any kind of word from Sub-Zero or anything like that?
You haven't gotten any more text messages. All you got at the end of the day as you were leaving the office was like a thumbs up emoji. And a question mark, like, thumbs up? We good?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yes. I think when, I think that Vi would have, after, like, they realized that they could be texting back, after they passed off the bug, they would have texted a thumbs up, and then that, and then waited for more.
Yeah, and I don't think you get anything else. Just, if you've sent them a thumbs up, they've probably sent you a thumbs up back by the end of the day, and that's it. But so you're all at Mama Jean's Diner enjoying dinner together, and I will let you all disperse what information you may or may not have, or react how you may to whatever happened during the day that you want to.
So we did well, correct?
Well, they didn't say that we did bad. Maybe some of that was not supposed to be instantaneous. I mean, I put the USB in and it vanished. And then I know that I messed up putting that code in. And it's
Okay, but like I think it was less about being successful and more about us doing it. I think it was they were testing us with a bunch of random tasks to see if we would do them, how committed we were. But the bug is in place.
Then task is complete. We are viable partners in this relationship with this Sub-Zero, and they will reach out to us, and we will bring down the company.
Hopefully. Did any of you overhear anything about like causing suspicion with anything that was being done?
Well, actually, what I saw, I did see this that Heaven Strike leaving Sethno's office.
Yeah, they were in there with Sethno, having some sort of meeting.
And I will
That's
say,
weird.
Maevis, you will know they were in there for like several hours, like a decent chunk of time.
Like a long meeting, several hours.
That's weird.
Could they perhaps be
Grizlar's confused.
like
Fucking? What are you talking about?
I don't have the dexterity to properly show what I'm trying to say, but
Switching sides?
engaged. Could they have been engaged in coitus?
I mean, I was in the office. It definitely did not seem like that was what was going on.
Also, on a day like this, I doubt that she would take the time for that for hours. I don't know.
The level of competence I believe comes out of this place is very low as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, that's true.
I want to say while this conversation is happening, Mavis is also texting Siren to like check in on her and be like, "Are you okay?"
You're muted. Your turn.
Has to happen a couple times. So I think you get a text message back that's just like she was like she got sick. You could see like she's got soup and she's in her pajamas and like she's just home sick.
Yeah, it's definitely like, sends a hug emoji. Take care of yourself.
Do we know what our next steps should be?
No. Oh, I think also Vi would have asked after learning that Maevis gave Heaven Sent a tour. Did you happen to ask why they were there?
No.
Okay.
I didn't really want to talk to them, and I didn't want to draw attention after I just placed a bug in.
That was probably the better. That was probably the smart option. Yes. I'm just real confused about this.
Then should we decide for ourselves what our next step should be? Perhaps should we keep a low profile? Should we keep things as normal?
A low profile probably sounds like a good idea.
I also agree.
They didn't say how long until they reached back.
I think Vi will pull out the phone and send a text that says, "It feels like a very weird coincidence, but the superhero Heaven Sent was meeting with Sethno today." Sent.
And I think you just get like ... question mark back.
She doesn't respond. She just is also like trying to give information to more help our case of being on their side.
And I think once you said that and Sub-Zero sent ... question mark back, you see Nan includes a screenshot of Sethno's calendar that just shows like a meeting with Heaven Strike for like 2.5 hours blocked out on her calendar.
Mhm.
And it just like adds like it, you know how you can add like a description or a blurb with an image, and there's just like no information about what the meeting was, just who it was with.
Yeah. It's just unusual for her to be meeting with a low-level hero. Because Heaven Strike, even though I've said Heaven Set 7 times, Heaven Strike was not a very high level. I think we just went over that, right?
Yeah, they were new. Them and their team were new.
A pretty new / low level superhero. I don't have anything with this information. I'm just sharing it.
Wait, do you think Heaven Strike could be like a plant, like a spy?
Spy for Sub-Zero or spy for someone else?
Like a spy for Sethno in the hero camp.
That's possible. I didn't
feel like I feel like they weren't trying to hide their meeting. If Heaven Strike is a spy, they don't seem to care if others are talking about it.
I mean, there's also the obvious that maybe Heaven Strike is switching sides.
Also something I was considering. But what would that mean? Could it just be that so maybe Sethno is poaching heroes?
Oh.
Trying to get them to turn ways, see if they're not finding success as heroes, turning them into villains and justifying Death Lizard's existence.
Vi, having been at the company the longest, I'm gonna have you give me a mystery roll. Since you are enlisted, I'm gonna give you a 3 synergy bonus.
All right, so then that is a +4. Can't be ours to do anything good today.
Yeah, I mean
this whole season, I have been really bad at this.
That sounds totally reasonable. However, before that idea solidifies in your brain, I'm gonna give you a devil's bargain. I will reveal some information to you that you realize. However, the next roll you attempt is gonna have a -5 on it.
Part of me is wondering what happens if I roll negative. Can we counter these devil's bargains?
With what? What are you gonna give me?
I don't fucking know. All my plot points?
You wanna die?
Oh yeah, that's what those are for.
I'll die.
Maybe ask what the role is. I mean, so just about people who've been here a long time, right? What is this role like?
Giving me knowledge on heroes switching sides and heroes coming to Death Lizard, I'm guessing.
You gonna take the bargain, or you gonna keep that 9?
You can always get more info later. I mean, it's up to you, but we can always get this.
I encourage going for it.
Yeah, I feel like I should go for it. I can't roll any worse. It's just when I do roll bad, what happens? I become a Kaiju. I almost just said I become Gojira. I can't be. I hate these meds. Okay.
So yes, accepting the bargain.
Yeah.
So I think you realize Sethno has always been about business expansion and domination.
Yeah.
Currently, Death Lizard is the #1 group for villains, but villains are only about 50% of the market in the villain v hero genre that exists. So if Sethno were to own both a villains for hire and a hero company, they could potentially take over the entire market and be #1 on both sides.
Did you just make the whole villain of the season capitalism?
Always has been. It always has
I was like, what is it not?
Oh my god.
Well, I thought it was authoritarianism, but I guess it's capitalism.
I mean, capitalism kind of dovetails into authoritarianism, so
Yeah, authoritarianism is a tool. Is a tool of the capitalists.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I can't believe we were becoming the good guys in the villain show. I will relay that. I'll say, I mean, yeah, we might be thinking this might be a case where it's actually not that deep, because Sethno has just always been about expanding. I mean, there was literally only 20 levels when I started with Death Lizard. Like, you can only expand so far in the villain market. Maybe she's getting into the hero market. I don't know what that would have to do with Heaven Sent, but Heaven Strike. And in character, Vi has had to correct herself every time.
Like, I
mean,
care
she
so
could
little
grow
about this hero.
She could grow bigger in the villain market, but she'd just have to take out her sisters. And I don't know about that. Anyways, yeah, maybe she's looking to start a hero business. Or take over somebody else's hero business.
She wants full control over the narrative, full control over deciding who is a hero and who is a villain.
Yep.
And I think Maevis
or what you said, or they were fucking.
And Maevis, I think having a mom who's fully dedicated to the villain, something pings in your mind of why wait for job orders when you can make the job orders yourself.
I mean, it makes sense. Then they don't have to wait for jobs. They can just manufacture them themselves.
Yeah,
Makes me
true.
sick.
But are the higher level heroes really gonna accept that?
I mean, as long as they get paid. I mean, there's probably still only a handful of heroes that actually care about hero business. Most of them are out there just to get paid.
Yeah, in general, okay, is that what the culture is like? Like no one heroes just to be a hero anymore, no one villains just to be a villain anymore. Is it really just about like getting the money for it if you have powers?
So I think, yeah, the vast majority of it has changed and morphed more into like an entertainment industry, right? Like, it is about marketing the fights, getting the views, getting the clicks, getting the endorsements and the sponsorships. And I mean, Grizlar, you remember that your cousin talked about the fact, no, your rival, your childhood rival talked about the fact that him and your cousin started a company together and just got hired to be kaiju in a movie.
Like, technically not yet, though. Technically, that's not yet, though, right? Technically, or is this?
It is either before or after this episode, but we'll be a little timey-wimey with it and say it's before this episode, and you learn, you remember that, yeah, your childhood rival that was at your family event told you that him and your cousin started a company and they immediately got hired for like a movie. So like it's very much entertainment industry rather than true heroes and true villains for the most part. There are outliers like the Major and maybe a couple of the villains, or a couple of the heroes, but it is vastly more about entertainment.
I miss the days where people did these things for a reason, not just to get paid.
I agree. Well, I mean, I didn't love, the crime, but at least they had a moral compass.
Crime is only about perspective, Vi.
No, yeah.
Grizlar thinks there are worse ways to make money. I mean, Grizlar's not agreeing with what they're doing, but Grizlar also knows that this may be stops a necessary death in a way too.
Vi, your phone goes off.
Okay. What does it say?
It says, way to leave a job half done. We have something for you to do tomorrow. And that's where we're going to leave the episode.
Sophie's getting all passive aggressive with us.
Leave it half done.
So, Blake, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Oh, I'm always first, darn it.
It's
I'm so
that's
prepared.
the way you are on my screen. You joined the call first. You are first on my screen.
Now we know for next time. So you can catch me on the Coziest Trauma Corner. We're playing Sentai Sensibility. It's like Power Rangers meets Bridgerton. And also a new show I'll be co-hosting on that channel with Ghosted Candle. So check that out called Rolls We Roll. But otherwise, go watch the older episodes and get caught up with this show.
Awesome. Christian, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Yep. You can find me at Louis Kaboom on all the socials, at least on Instagram and Blue Sky. Like I said, if you want to check out Guardians of the Celestial Sky, which is going to be a Glitter Hearts campaign, if anybody's interested. I should have gone into more detail about that, but it'll be a lot of fun. Very, very Super Sentai magical girl common writer influenced. So if you like this show, you'll like that show.
Awesome. Sophia, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Yes. Hi, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we, and you can find me on Blue Sky at Nerdy10, and you can also usually find me mostly over on Nerds with Dice, which is my channel, where I do a few things. Usually I'm running Fields of the Dead, which comes back July 18th. And then because I'm remembering now that I am also running a game of Kids in Capes in the 28th in the morning. So come check that out. They're going to be going to they're getting their outfits for queer prom, and it's going to get crashed by some villains, and it's going to be fun and stuff. So come check that out. That's everything.
Awesome. And Nekula, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Hi, I'm Nekula. And you can find me over at Diversity Saves. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization committed to promoting, uplifting, and supporting TTRPG creators from marginalized communities. We have monthly fundraisers and community showcases and all that good stuff. You can also find me at over on Zealzaddy over at Zealzaddy, where I'm the director and producer of Paper Bag, the role-playing game show, a bi-weekly game show with prizes and improv and just so much fun. We are constantly casting through the end. Yes, Blake has been on it. It was fantastic.
Do it.
You have to do it. Open casting call to October because it is a new group every week. And then lastly, find me at Rollers Joint in the Breaking Neon show, a City of Mist game where I'm playing, spoiler, the Rift of Steve Irwin. Anyways.
Oh, that's so
Crikey.
cool.
Crikey. Anyway, that's me.
I am Kayla, just K DM Dalliance. If you want to check out the zillion things I do all the time, go check out Linktree, just gay K. I believe I'm also in that Kids with Capes game that Sophia is running. I don't know what I'm playing yet, so come find that out with me. I don't think any of us have figured it out yet. So come check that out. It will be tons of fun. And it is celebrating Pride Month because Nerds with Dice is doing a ton of shows for Pride
So
Month.
many. I even
check
am
all
in
of
one
that.
of the shows.
Yeah.
So many shows.
So go check all of those out. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. And what's up with the text message? Bye. We don't know. Bye. We'll find out.